Hi, welcome to Antique Quest and another episode of Harris & Sons auction walkthrough video. This video is for our Spring Spectacular antique clock and antiques auction. So largely we have a lot of fantastic early antique clocks, most of them in running condition at time of listing, so just read the write-ups online to get a full idea of each and every clock. We have some fabulous artwork, we have some incredible glass, some Lalique, some Rinskopf, some really great pieces. So we're going to walk you around and show you a few of the things as we always do. A great, nice screen print there, American artist. Beautiful image, I love that image with the boats like that. Just one of the items we have in here, and we're going to go around and show you mostly a lot of the clocks. Now I haven't wound them up, so you won't hear a lot of ticking right now because they were listed over 2 weeks ago and most of them are 8-day clocks. So anyway, we're going to take a walk around and show you everything we got. Thanks. Easier just to do it handheld. So we've got various OGs, some classic old steeple clocks. Just along the bottom here, some of these are project ones. A lot of people turn these cases into various different things. Cabinets, great place to hide valuables, that sort of thing. Now we get some rather interesting ones. Here's a really good early one. Original finish. Very early original finish. I love these pillar and scroll clocks. They're similar to an OG but earlier. If you have a Canadiana decor, just a clock like that makes a statement in a room, really sets off a room. In my opinion, every house needs to have an antique clock somewhere, at least one. Nice little cottage type clocks. We got some great early Eaton's catalogs, 1922 and 1930 and 31, in pretty decent shape. Some early telephone directories. Nice gingerbread clock there. Got some great little ducks here. Particularly like this little merganser here by David Atkinson. Nice little Quebec Calais, do you call that? I'm not 100% sure, don't beat me up on that. Neat little Telecron bakelite radio in working shape. This little one was said to be a salesman sample, and the only thing that makes me think it might is the numbering on the feet like that, but that could just be casting numbers. But a neat little miniature clock in working order. Really nice one here with a presentation plaque, good heavy slate clock, open escapement, French movement, and I can't remember, 1871 or 1870 was the date on the sterling plaque there. Nice Art Nouveau, beautiful condition, running shape. And here's a nice little cottage clock. Now, one of these is by the Hamilton Clock Company. Can't remember if it's this one or the other one. It's got a Sessions weight on it. I can't see with this light. But one of them, go online, one of them's by the Hamilton Clock Company in Hamilton, Ontario. Now this one is fantastic, great big, beautiful clock, fabulous open escapement, real showpiece this one, large size, as you can see my hand at the end of it here, and running perfect. I put it up there and it ran for the entire week. It's a New Haven clock from Connecticut, and there's a nice little cottage clock as well. Let's see what else we have here. A couple of really nice clocks. This is an early wall hanging clock there, nice pillars on the side. This is a really neat OG, a little earlier than a lot of them with this OG serpentine front here. Got a nice early metronome there, a Morse code key, and a neat early spittoon with the beaver on it. That's a great early Canadian piece. Just one of many of our stained glass windows, and believe me, these all are a lot nicer than they show in the pictures. You really need light behind them to really set them off. Okay, and we have up here Schweppes Mixes neat advertising clock. That one's battery operated, so it just keeps going and going. Nice little oak drop sessions clock over here. And this is a really interesting find. This is a cased umbrella, but it's from Macy's in New York City, and it says circa 1936. So evening parasol. So it's all framed in this glass case, whether it was at Macy's or from Macy's. I didn't get any history come with it, unfortunately, but that's how we found it. Cased just like that. Beautiful wall clock here. Like, look at the case on this, just gorgeous. T. Marshall, nice clock there. And down below we have a transit with its case, its brass weight, and the stand. Great display piece for any scientific look. And we have the McCoy Aunt Jemima cookie jar, and that is one of the originals. Hard to find anymore. Got this great early firefighters fire nozzle here. Bronze. Everything works on it. Still has the leather straps on the handle, which are almost never there. Some great early mortar and pestles. And this one considerably larger, quite heavy again, but really nice pieces. Early scientific book, but look at this little letter scale. This is just gorgeous. I don't know if we'll get it to focus here. Look at the little petals around the foot rim. And I think this one's 1841 is the date on there. Again, check the website because I forget a lot of things as I'm walking around here or misspeak. There's a nice clock for Canadiana decor. Nice, good size too. These are big. Nice little early bed warmer with the tinned inside, brass outside. Put your coals in there and warm your bed up before you go to bed. And this is one of my favorites. This has the memorial, so in memory of, and this is a fabulous pillar and scroll clock. Just a gorgeous piece. This top piece has been remade and painted, but that's not a big deal. And this is probably a Currier and Ives, I'm guessing, that's in there with the memorial, with the woman mourning. But what a great clock. There's another one of the stained glass windows. And actually, I think that's the larger one that matches these two smaller ones. So there's three that are all the same pattern there. All right, we'll move along. Got a really neat brass lot full of all sorts of things, from bells to a couple of scales to a rose duster, a hourglass, some gigantic keys. Just a nice lot of brass there. This is a beautiful Johann's German clock, bracket clock. Just a really nice quality clock, really well made. For Hasselblad collectors, not only do we have the manual, but we have this very scarce early bellows for doing macro close-ups. A couple of Sussex ginger beer bottles. Now, a lot of these ginger beers have issues, and we've written most of them in on the ads, so just make sure you check that before you bid. A couple of great C&R lanterns here, and one with the red globe, a little harder to find. Neat old amperage gauge. Early Kentville area logging photo. And here's one of the better clocks. It's the Canadian Time by Arthur Pegano. So that's a full-size Pegano Canadian Time wall clock. Quite a well-known clock by a fantastic Canadian maker. I don't know if it'll focus on his name down here. Arthur Pegano Clock Company, Canada. And we got a couple little cuckoos up there. It's really neat Dutch clock. Haven't been able to get this one running, but this is a fairly well-known clock in the Dutch communities. Found quite a few of those. These are great. I love these early wall clocks. And this one's fantastic. This is just a big old round wall clock. I don't know if I you see in between. And you just open up the door on the bottom and get the pendulum swinging. This one ran for a full week when we put her up there until it ran out. And a little cuckoo. Some steeple clocks, which are really neat. This is an interesting form of clock, kind of a pillar and scroll clock, or a pillar clock. And that's the only one I think we have with Westminster chimes, so it's got beautiful tone on it. There's a lot of a couple down there. A large McCaskill colored photograph. Nice old school bell on behind there, and a scale, and another typical mantle clock. That's an Ian Welch, that one. And this one up here, in great condition, and that is a Seth Thomas. So now we go around here. We've got a nice Chelsea ship's clock there. It would have been black, sort of a bakelite, been painted green at one time. Another nice little wall clock, nice early octagon wall clock. A Gilbert banjo clock. There's one for you modern folk that like that art moderne look. Kitchen clock, ceramic. And we've got some original paintings here. Crowell, E.W. Barrett, good Nova Scotia scene there. Stormy sky and a lighthouse. Got a Dennis Teakle, Shelburne rowboat. And down here we have a huge, beautiful pillar and scroll with the mirrored front door. And we got these two wonderful early ship's lights. Perco. Check these online and see how much these are. They're incredibly expensive. This is a green light and the other one's the red light, and they're wired for just for your man cave or what have you. Good long cords on them as well. A beautiful early spongeware jug here. Good early piece for Canadiana collectors. Beautiful pattern on there. I think we did see some sort of small little flaws here and there, like hairlines, but nothing structural. Big old blue and white wash bowl. And we have another stained glass window down here. And we've got another steeple clock. And here's a beautiful, this is the Chelsea Ship Strike. This is a gorgeous clock. It's got the thread off front bezel, so it's completely watertight and sealed, airtight. And we've got another beautiful German made ship's clock here as well, brass. And we have the little kitchen clock here, 8-day by Miller, made in the US. And here we have possibly the best piece we've had in a long time. Now that's a Picasso. And I've had this all apart and I've looked at it under extreme magnification, and you can see the screen that is used in the screen print. So it's very clear, the screen in there. I cannot find a single example of this as a screen print, a lithograph, nothing. The only one I can find is the original, and it's exactly a copy of the original, and it's owned by a billionaire in England, or at least it was at the time of the article I found on it. But I can't find a single one. So it has the black marking on the back that's unclear, but certainly looks like the ones from the Picasso estate. I wish I could find out more information on there. That could be an extremely valuable piece of artwork there. I just don't have anyone in the know that I can get in touch with, unfortunately. But one thing for sure is if it was a later copy, you'd at least find one of them by Googling. They would be all over the internet, but there's not a single one of that. Some more cuckoo clocks. Sorry, I'm gonna get a little shaky here. Fantastic sailor's worked paddle with all the sailor work knots, all the various different types of knots that they use. I mean, I think that's a really neat display piece. And what do we have down here? Another OG mirror front. Another pair of stained glass windows here. We've got a really nice early gingerbread style and original finish there. Nice painted door. Large Dennis Teakle here. Really neat scene. I always like that one. A beautiful stained glass window here. Maybe not as old as some of the others, but very nice. And back here we have some other ones, including this Ravenscroft, I think it's called, or Ravenscourt School, which I believe, I was told they think it's out west. And there's a large one back there that's more modern. We have our folk art bird here. Hergot separator, wooden painted sign. Another steeple clock. And a really nice early marble, very heavy clock. Very nice, again, open escapement, French movement. Very nice clock there. All right, and we have up here, we have a centigram scale. Again, go online and see how much these are worth. They're a lot of money. Nice little Waterbury carriage clock there. And this really nifty clock, it has a battery in it, but it's sort of a perpetual motion one. So the battery really doesn't do a whole heck of a lot, but it just sort of starts it and then it just keeps going through this motion. Really neat clock. Nice German made clock. And this Art Deco parrot lamp. Oh, I wish it'll focus. It's got a beautiful sort of a satin green original shade on that, but just a great spelter Art Deco parrot. Really neat lamp, and in working order too. So I don't know if I can get this up enough because he's still fairly heavy. So you can see his face. Really great lamp there. And down below we have our luncheon set with the flower handles. A really neat little steeplechase, sort of a traveling gambling game there. Horses have had some hard time, but still really nice. Early scales, some small clocks. Got some Royal Dalton Tobies, all in excellent condition. Great little clock there, alarm. Let me get a better picture of it, sort of there. Little brass, heavy alarm clock. And then we have a huge collection of early postcards. And there's some hilarious ones there. They're really early comical postcards for the most part, but it's an absolute massive lot, 200 and some odd postcards, and most of them are in sleeves, plastic sleeves, so they're all in really nice shape. Okay, got some neat Czechoslovakian pottery here, you know, with the cat handle, again, deco design, really neat stuff, made in Czechoslovakia. And this flower vase here with the parrot, very colorful. We have a puzzle jug, which is fun. You fill it up and you guess where the fluid's going to come out of those holes. Kind of a fun thing. And oh my gosh, I don't even know if I listed that. It's a lithophane in the bottom. I don't think I did, and it's got the old naked lady in the bottom, which is sort of your reward after you finish your drink. I didn't even know. I don't even think I put that in the listing. I just noticed it now. So a lithophane bottom, really neat, really neat. A great early heavy iron clock. I believe that one's an Ansonia, but I love the gold dial on there, tooled gold dial. Really great clock. A couple of Zeiss microscopes here. Good early pieces again, great for display, library, anything like that. Beautiful bride's basket. In very good condition with a nice ruffled edge. Nice big nip-on vase there, signed nip-on. Some interesting glass, a Taza, and a sort of like a big rose bowl. Both studio art glass pieces. And we have this really nice heavy cast base clock. I can't remember if that's a Waterbury or what is it. I can't read that, but let's see. No, it just says oh, Seth Thomas, yeah. And we got this hat pin holder full of hat pins. I believe that's an RS Germany. Something close, yep, RS Germany. Another great mantle clock here with the figure on it in spelter, and again, nice open escapement on that one. And we got a beautiful flow blue and white transfer pattern serving dish here with the big under tray, big platter underneath. Not probably showing up much too bright on here, but it's just a nice piece. And this large Rinskopf or Kralik threaded glass vase, just a beautiful piece there too. A nice, really dark amethyst. And the Sputnik. This is a barometer from the 60s that was quite popular. We called them the Sputnik, but it does quite a few things, tells you various weather reports. Another stained glass window, and this fantastic Kodak camera, and this is a big one. So this is basically the press cameras of the day. So this is the one that all the old press reporters would have. So it's really a good quality. It's not just your standard Kodak pocket camera. It's a big full-size negative on that one, 4x5 I think it is. And we have a beautiful stacking bookcase. 3-stacker, full top and bottom on that one. A really nice piece, in great shape. And I believe this is Nechtel's furniture, if I remember right. Weiss Nechtel, yeah, from Hanover, Ontario. Everybody can use a stacker. These pieces, of course, are pickup only. And here's a really rare thing. If you collect canes or walking sticks or umbrellas or anything like that, it's an extra cane display case. So I don't know if this will pick up these copper twist spacers, and that lifts out, and there's the velvet on the bottom. Now, an idea of size, it's quite a good size. And this glass right at the very back on the bottom is off, so you need to replace that glass if you wanted to, and then you just access from here. Lift lid. And we have a couple of McCaskills hiding back there. And a Ojig print. This is another McCaskill. And it's just too yellowy here, so you can't really see very well. There, that's better. The top of an old dental cabinet, which has the milk glass shelf in it. And it's one of my favorite paintings in here, and it's gonna have so much blur you're not gonna be able to see it. Let me see if I can overpower it with some light. Whoa, no, that didn't work. All right, let's turn that off. It's making it really yellow. It's a Clooney Mahar original, but it's quite a big size. We've had a lot by him, but smaller. So this particular one, and the colors are much nicer than this is showing. It's not so orange and browny, it's more greens. And then we have the Paul Signac etching up top. Another regulator, wall regulator. And another regulator. Big one, nice one. A huge heavy slate clock, again open escapement, beautiful dial, French movement. Has had some slate repairs over the years. Another nice big round wall clock. We got various china down in there. Some of the Happy Monks and Royal Bayreuth and some Dalton pieces. And some of our jewelry. Silver lots, some watch lots, some nice gold rings here. Got a really big, I gotta pull this out. And there's the Omega here, Omega Seamaster. But look at the size of the balls on this ivory necklace. And a beautiful lapis lazuli bead necklace back here. Ivory cuff bracelet. Gold stick pin. Down here we have a pick holder, which is very scarce early. Big Dalton back there. This Nodder. This hilarious little character by Wade. Beautiful cinnabar vase. Nice deep cut on that. And here we have the cheroot holders in ivory again, and a letter opener. And below, and we're getting pushed in the way here by this cupboard behind me. Beautiful Lalique dandelion bowl. Just a gorgeous pattern. I love that bowl. Nice little pressed glass face. Child's glass. There's a pocket watch lot back there. And we have some black Americana here. And we have a lot full of ivory pieces as well as the box. This dress back here is very interesting. It was made for somebody in the 60s with actual gold thread throughout. The person didn't come to pick it up, and the lady who consigned it to us bought it in the 60s in Toronto. So it's a designer dress right from the 60s that's been worn maybe once. Great little child's dish with the warming. You fill it full of hot water. And down below, I think we have the, can't open it, oh, the Scottish gilt pin set. Big one. And this rock sample box was rather interesting. This is exactly how it was found in the estate. So a good early box. We opened it up. And it has various rock samples in here. Sort of a crystalline one there. This is a bit of a greeny type stone. Not sure what they all are and if this is just a big fossil. But pretty neat for anybody that likes this sort of thing. And then there's the drawer under here. And all the samples have slid to the back, so hang on. There we go. Yeah, neat fossils there. I don't know what all these are, but some of you rock people will know what they all are, and there's some interesting stuff in there, but just neat to find it that way in this box, exactly as they were collected. So that's how we sold it. Okay folks, thanks for watching. Just a quick run through to show you what we have. We just seem to be getting busier and busier and don't have a lot of time to do these, but I know a lot of you like this. Gives you a little more upfront look at things. If you have any questions, give us a call. Most of the descriptions are on the website, and please read the detailed descriptions. If you can't find them on your phone, you can find them on a computer. I know I've had trouble on the phone getting the full write-ups. Lots of pictures on there. But like I say, give us a call if you want to know anything. Up next is going to be our sportsman gun auction. There's a few new regulations, but they're not really affecting you as much as they affect me. So I have to keep some more records than we used to have to do for long guns. But other than that, everything should be the same. So I thank you very much for watching. And this auction ends on June the 2nd, Thursday. Starts closing at 9 o'clock Atlantic time, which I think is 8 o'clock in Ontario. And they soft close as they always do. So thanks again, have a great day, and we'll see you. Bye-bye.